check out this free video and make sure you hit like and subscribe.
I watched AEW Collision.
Yeah, tell me about
March
it.
7th, 2026.
Should I watch it?
This show was awesome.
Okay.
There have been points in AEW's history where they've had hotter stars or bigger programs or better matches on TV, but this past month of television, as far as formatting and pacing and laying out TV shows, except for the annoying overruns, which are still going on, but as far as how it feels watching a wrestling TV show, they're as good as they've ever been.
How long was the overrun?
I didn't time it. It didn't feel terribly long. I know there was one. And it was a match that, frankly, it was two awesome wrestlers, but they're not the top of the card. It didn't feel terribly important. I don't think Claudio's title was on the line. So yeah, it was I don't know. It was an easy to watch show. The show breezes by, and I haven't always said that about AEW.
I hate the overrun.
Oh, it sucks. But
And I think, a lot of sickos love it, and that's fine. My problem with the overrun doesn't even have to do with anything other than I am a disciplined person, and I hate being late or when people are late. And every time there's an overrun, it just irritates me. Can't you get your fucking show done at the top of the hour? Why can you not discipline yourself to get the show done at the top of the hour? Why are you late? You know what I'm saying? That's what irritates me the most. And then people are like, oh, well, the wrestlers. Bro, you're the boss. If you say 8 minutes, they got 8 fucking minutes. We don't need to be everybody's friend. There's nothing worse than when you're the promoter and you're trying to be everybody's friend. You're the fucking boss. And if you tell them, this is how long the match is going to go, some of you guys forget, in the very beginning of NXT, or I'm sorry, AEW, in 2019, it was astonishing to, Dave and other people that on his very first show, Tony timed out the show and timed it out perfectly. And it ended exactly when it was supposed to. All the matches went exactly, do people forget that? If he wanted to, he could time out every show to be perfectly paced to end at the top of the hour. But things have changed. I got to make sure this person's got time. I got to make sure this or that. Got to go a little bit longer, blah, blah, blah. Just no, do a 2-hour show and just get it over with. Leave people wanting more. Leave people wanting more. That's not just Tony. That's everybody. The WWE, TNA, NXT, AEW. Leave people wanting more. Anyway.
know what I want more of is the Rascals versus FTR. They opened the show talking about watchable TV wrestling programs. Here's a little recap that shows FTR, the Rascals getting a win over FTR because the Bucks distracted him. Happened on Collision. It was a show I missed. I think it was against the Rumble. It took 30 seconds, not even that, 20 seconds to explain how this match is happening. Great. And the man, after watching that NXT show, I watched this, and they had a feeling out process to open this match. It was so refreshing, a breath of fresh air. Then it got awesome. Then Dez gets a hot tag, and they're flying all over doing double sunset flip spot and everything. And as a bevy of dives and top rope moves, FTR responds in kind with their own dives, their own top rope moves, their own big moves. Rascals take over. They get near fall after near fall after near fall. But the FTR cuts them off. And, of course, their match is against the Bucks at Revolution. So they start taunting the Bucks, doing Young Bucks spots, and not doing them well. They had the shittiest FTR trigger you ever saw. They went for a Meltzer driver. I can only imagine what might have happened there, but they got cut off. But then it didn't matter. Zach flipped right into a shatter machine and got the pin. There was some sloppiness in the last minute, but otherwise it was an excellent TV match.
You know what's funny, though, is I didn't see the match, but Cash, he's kind of a high flyer.
Yeah.
He will do flips and dives, even though they say no flips, just fists. Mm-hmm. I want to see him try that Meltzer driver.
They probably could pull it off.
I think they might be able to pull it off on the Bucks.
They probably could pull that off.
Or at least like the Indie Taker or whatever. The one where you just do a springboard and don't do the flip.
Whichever. Yeah, honestly, I
the Indie Taker, I think, is just when they do the springboard into the stuff pile driver.
I believe Cash...
The Meltzer drivers with the flip.
Cash, I'm certain, could do a springboard to the top rope,
yes.
jump off and grab a dude's foot.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if he can do the somersault with it. But anyway, so the other part of this, Myron Reed was not in the match, but he was a great cheerleader at ringside. And I don't know what they have in mind now with the Don Callis family having just won the trios titles. But whenever that's done, doing whatever they're doing, The Rascals need to win those trios titles and just have party matches with baby faces and heels every single week, because they're like the only 3-man team left. It's a great role for them. That would be fantastic. As FTR is leaving, they cross paths with their old frenemy Mark Briscoe, but they're very respectful with each other. There's a bizarre segment where Hook and Shibata are trying to recruit talent. Anthony Bowens steps up. He wants to be recruited. They tell him to film them. Hook chokes out some geek, and they leave to film more, but we never saw them again. That was weird. Daniel Garcia versus Tommaso Ciampa. They just had a fun fight. In the second half, the action spills out in the announce desk. Mark Briscoe's on commentary, and they're out there fighting a lot to remind us all that Tommaso Ciampa and Mark Briscoe are buddies. That's reinforced very, very strongly. But then Garcia picks a fight with Briscoe, so Mark gets in the apron. Ciampa boxes into him, and Garcia hits a cradle and wins. Match is fine, but it's all a setup for the angle that happens next. Ciampa is hot at Briscoe. Slaps his hand away, does not want to accept Mark's apology. So Mark goes to leave, but FTR comes out. They told Ciampa, we'll see you on Collision. Mark returns to stand by Tommaso, protect him, and they're leaving together. But then it's a trap! And I will say, Ciampa should have... All he had to do was clobber Mark from behind first. But he grabs Mark's head, and he turns, and they run about 80 yards together to the big screen, so Ciampa can bash Mark's head into the screen. That looked really, really silly and goofy. But anyway, lays him out, beats his ass, leaves him lying. FTR approves, and Ciampa is much better as a heel than he is as a babyface. So that's done now.
Hey, if you love this clip, have I got a deal for you? WrestlingObserver.com. Do you have a commute? Do you work out at the gym? Do you like listening to audio on your headphones or your earbuds or whatever the kids use today? Well, WrestlingObserver.com will give you all the audio you'll ever need in your life. Over 15,000 audio shows. Every audio show that we have ever done, dating back to 2005, is available for subscribers at WrestlingObserver.com. Every time a new show comes out, you can podcast it directly to your phone. If you have a commute, as noted, if you go to the gym, if you like to lift weights and listen to Granny review soap operas, well, WrestlingObserver.com gets you full access to all of these shows and all of these archives. You can go back and listen to TNA reviews from 2010. You can go back and listen to reviews of every WWE pay-per-view, every big story that's ever happened in wrestling. You can get access to that at WrestlingObserver.com. Plus, full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter every week. 40,000 words of news and information in pro wrestling. Why get all your scoops off Reddit, which aren't even accurate most of the time? Go right to the source, the Wrestling Observer newsletter. You also get Observer archives dating back to 1990. So check it out today. Thousands of issues of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Tens of thousands of hours of audio. All for $12.99 per month or as low as $9.99 if you sign up for a year. You'll never run out of audio if you subscribe to WrestlingObserver.com. So head up there, check it out today, and I'll talk to you again after a while.